Hey everyone, I'm Lucy.
And I'm Timur.
And we're here at Gamescom in lovely Cologne, Germany. We've been playing a whole game called Zenless Zone Zero. We want to talk about it.
Yeah.
First up though.
Yeah, before we talk about that game, disclosure, the Hoyoverse team is actually who brought us out to Gamescom to check out some of the games. We actually saw new content for Genshin Impact, as well as the PS5 version of Honkai Star Rail. We've got a gameplay up about that, but we actually wanted to talk about Zenless Zone Zero because I really liked it.
Yeah.
I wasn't planning on talking about it. I wasn't planning on liking it, but I started playing it and I was like, oh, this actually could be really good.
Yeah, and Zenless Zone Zero wasn't really on my radar. It was part of our appointment, we went to go see it. And how would you describe it? Character action?
Yeah, so I think like the thing, I'm similar where I know about Genshin and Honkai. I tried them for a little bit. I was like, I get it. You know, different types of games. And I think like it's become very clear that the Hoyoverse team they're basically creating this stable of genre games that they then inject gacha and like waifu random opening pack mechanics into, and people love it with good character design. It's never worked for me for Genshin, which is like an open world action game. It doesn't work for me in Honkai, which is like a turn-based game. I think they're good games, but it's not for me. However, Zenless Zone Zero is basically a character action game in the style of a Devil May Cry or a Platinum game. Not nearly as complex in terms of inputs,
Nope.
but has the depth that you probably want from a character action game. And then you combine that with the whole, we've got a wild amount of characters in this cast, everyone's different, everyone's got their own unique personality. And it starts to feel like there's something there. And yeah, I remember playing it, did like a boss encounter, picked a team of 3. I had team animals, so I had the kind of wolf guy, the bear, and then the cat girl.
Yeah.
And went up against the boss and had a really good time. What did you think about it?
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it too. I think for me as well, I like games like Devil May Cry, DMC, but I'm not skilled enough. I'm not good at remembering inputs. And so for me, it felt very approachable. Like I was executing combos. You can also shift between your team members, and you can kind of do these follow-up attack type things. And so it just felt, not to do like the game feel, but it just felt really nice and fun to play. Very colorful.
Yeah.
In terms of the localization as well, all
Funny.
the characters, it was funny. And I think humor in games can be incredibly hit or miss. We didn't see much of it, but like the cutscene stuff, you know, all the characters definitely had their own personalities, and they all felt good when controlling them.
Very cool designs.
Yeah.
I think like to dig into the gameplay a bit more for people who are like super into that stuff.
Yeah, this is your...
It is, yeah. So it's got heavy attack and light attack, or attack and then a charge attack. And generally all the combos are based on holding down one or the other, and then either like executing that move either in the air or while moving. It's got a dodge system, which is kind of like the witch time stuff, where it's like if you do it at the last moment, at the perfect time, it does a brief slowdown. You pick a team of 3, and then what you do is you do your light attacks to build up a meter, and then you can execute a heavy attack. And if you're successful and it like lands, it then basically goes into a slowdown mode and will bring up this bar, and on either side of the bar is the other 2 characters, and then you basically hit a shoulder button for either side, and whichever one you hit, it tags that character in. The build we played is actually a slightly older one. Recently they showed at Opening Night Live a updated trailer for it, and in that you can see that they've actually added like a mechanic to that tag system where it also counts as an attack, in the same way as Marvel vs. Capcom 3, where it's like when you tag in a character, they come in with a kick or something like that to try and keep the combo going. And it's very simple, but it also has a lot of like satisfaction and depth to it, because you know that, oh, right now I've just staggered the enemy, I'm going to bring in my heavy hitter. Or if you're like, oh, I'm really struggling right now, I'm going to bring in the lighter character and then use ranged attacks. It's like, it's got a little bit of strategic consideration, but it's also about timing more than like long button presses and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
No, I mean, for me, it was very approachable for me. Can't say much about like accessibility options and everything, but in terms of picking up and play, very easy to get in there. My one concern, and that is my general concern, is big roster of characters already. More will obviously come along down the line. I don't know how or if they're going to implement gacha mechanics as they have with other games, but it obviously is what keeps the lights on. So I'm interested to see how that is all implemented, how how it feels ultimately when the game comes out, but for a game that wasn't even on my radar, really.
Yeah, to be honest, we were like, yeah, we'll check it out, like whatever. But then I was like, I played the demo 2 or 3 times with different kind of like character rosters, and I was like, I'm kind of sad that I can't sit around and play a little more of it, which is very surprising to me. I don't think I'll go back and play anything like Genshin or like that. I've like got my understanding of those games. I don't think I'll dedicate time to them. But Zenless Zone Zero, I'm definitely like way more on my radar now than previously, especially because I love character action games. I will play them all just to get a good feel for them so I can speak about them and the genre. And this is one that I'm like, I definitely need to play this when it comes out. Yeah, so yeah, exciting times.
Yeah. So those are our impressions of Zenless Zone Zero. For more from Gamescom, keep your eyes peeled to GameSpot. Have a good one. Enjoy your gaming.
Happy gaming, gamers.